Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Today is Friday, the first day of March 2024. Happy New Month. I bring you news update. We are no longer interested in rotational presidency. Tinubu shortchanging us. A northern group accuses President Bola Tinubu. Yes. Now, a northern group, they call themselves Araba group, Araba New Agenda. Yes. This social-political group, Araba New Agenda, as they emerged, they said their focus is on repositioning the northern region as a dominant force in Nigeria. Yes. On Thursday in Yola, the Adamawa state capital, they declared their opposing stance on the rotational presidency, alluding to President Bola Tinubu's "it is my turn" comment before the 2023 election. While they were addressing the journalists on the move, the president of the group, Senator Ahmed Abubakar, alleged that the northern Nigeria was shortchanged by the Tinubu government despite their numerical strength to determine the political direction and the leadership of the country. He said President Tinubu had abandoned the north, which gave him the bulk of the ballots that brought him to power. He also lamented that despite its rich endowment with both human and natural resources, the region, that's the northern region, has been plagued with the multiple challenges of poverty, illiteracy, and insecurity. According to him, he said their goal, that is the goal of the Arewa Agenda group, their goal is to right the wrongs of the past by mobilizing the younger generation of northerners, in particular to confront the region's myriad of challenges. In his words, quote, "Everybody knows that here in northern Nigeria we have a lot of problems, so our focus, even before the election, was that what is in it for the northern Nigeria. Of course, when the APC was formed, everybody endorsed General Muhammadu Buhari from the north. The other part of the country, especially the southwest, which came to form the alliance, asked for a lot of things, which were granted, one of which was power shift to the south. Now that the power is there, what is in it for the north? This is what I and my colleagues have been asking, but we could not get an answer. So we decided we shouldn't just sit back to continue in a turn-by-turn presidential system. Turn-by-turn doesn't make sense. Turn-by-turn is not democracy. You know that. You are just shifting the mantle of leadership, not that you are doing democracy. And you also know that whatever form of government you have, you know that people must have dividends of that form of government. This is what our new agenda is trying to project, that in this government now, what is in it for us in the north? But we were not given an answer, of course. You know that the bulk of what forms any government in Nigeria, not just the APC, 70% of it is from the north. End of quote. So I have stopped quoting here. This is part of a statement they released. They said they are forming the government. They form 70% of the government, the northern region. And they said now that the government has abandoned them, they are stopping anything turn by turn. So this turn by turn is not making sense. They are not going to, allow it again. Say turn by turn is not democracy. Say turn by turn is just to shift the goalpost. So yes, say just shifting the mantle of leadership. Says just what it means. Shift mantle of leadership. Say it's not all about democracy at all. Say don't say you are pressing democracy while you're saying power must shift to south. But the same northern region was accusing Jonathan of shortchanging them, or the south of shortchanging them. when he completed the Yar'Adua's tenure. They said the southern region shortchanged them. And so Jonathan ran for the president of Nigeria in 2011 for his own tenure after completing Yar'Adua's tenure. And he won the election in 2011. Since then, immediately he won that election, the Northerners started mounting pressure on him not to contest for second tenure. That it means they are shortchanging and twisting the Northern region. They mounted all sorts of propaganda against him and his government and the southern Nigeria until they succeeded in 2015. Jonathan sought for a second tenure, but he lost because of the propaganda of the Northerners. They activated the propaganda machine. They used anything in security and all they used everything they can think of or they can lay their hands on, whatever it is, to make sure that Jonathan did not return back second term. And so that is it. They said power must shift to the north. They endorsed rotational presidency. They said it must be rotated. Yes. So even when Obasanjo was, his own tenure, second tenure was coming to an end, they also agitated for a power shift to the north, that the south has taken for 8 years, that they have to take their own turn. And Obasanjo granted that. And Yar'Adua he handed over to Yar'Adua, yes, of blessed memory. And so it happened that way. But now, only just merely 8 months into the administration of Bola Tinubu, the southwestern man, the Yoruba man, the northerners has been crying, I have not seen this kind of thing in my life before. This kind of hypocrisy. I have not seen this kind of thing. Chicanery. You've seen it. They have been crying from the word go, from the very first day the power left the north. They've not been comfortable with it. They have been running, running helter-skelter. Power and northern Nigeria, they're like fish and water. Fish and water. Should remove the fish from water, the fish will die. So the northerners have shown that they are like, fish in the water. If you remove power from them, they will not survive. They will not survive. They have been crying, blue mother, crying foul, shouting from pillar to post what Bola Tinubu has been doing to them. You see, so the best thing for them, if they will not bear what is happening, what the southern region is doing to them, as they have alleged that they have been marginalized this time around. Virtually all their leaders, they have come out to say, oh, they are suffering, their people are suffering, they will revolt, this, that. Even the religious leaders and the emirs, the sultan, they have said, oh, they are the ones holding their people from revolting. Otherwise, revolting, how? The hardship that you are, making reference to, that started during the regime of your brother, your kinsman, Buhari. You did nothing. He started it. Even 80% of what Nigerians are passing through today in this Tinubu's regime started through during Buhari era. We are not defending Bola Tinubu at all. They are all the same. They are deceiving Nigerians. They have to say the truth. To tell Nigerians the real truth, the physical truth. And that is, Nigeria is not working. And it will never work unless people go their separate ways. But the point is that the North is taking more than it can chew. And the best thing for them is to shout the same Araba. Yes, that is it. So let them stay in their own country. Let them govern themselves.